he's weak. She's not taking him to the clinic, and he's not able to walk.
We're very bound by this sense of injustice that exists in the world.
That's pretty good. That's very good.
I don't want to just create another product for the sake of creating another product. If we do it, I want to make sure that it's really because it's filling a need that doesn't currently get filled.
Oh my God. We have 5 people in our group, different backgrounds that should be able to mobilize. Stop, stop, stop. Have I thought about the idea that maybe that won't happen? Yeah, I have.
There were obviously tons of mistakes, little things I wish I had done differently, but regrets? No, I mean, this was totally worth it.
Major funding for this program is provided by
SAP, driven by belief in the power of technology to connect, amplify, and improve people's lives and businesses. SAP is proud to support Extreme by Design, showing how design thinking can unleash our creativity to get there.
Additional funding is provided by and others. A complete list is available from PBS.
Six graduate students from Stanford University are taking on a tough assignment. This trip to Bangladesh is part of a course on designing very low-cost products that meet basic needs of the world's poorest people. Some of the students are trained engineers, but most come from business, medical, and other backgrounds and have never designed anything in their lives.
Yeah, good to see you.
Their host is a pioneering research hospital called ICDDRB.
Come in.
In poor countries like Bangladesh, one of the leading causes of infant death is pneumonia. ICDDRB doctors have improvised an effective but expensive treatment, a device called Bubble CPAP that uses water pressure to keep airways open. They've asked for the students' help in designing a cheaper version, as well as a low-cost pump for IV medicines.
It's not available here. No. Yeah, we saw some things at
If distributed widely, the devices could save thousands of lives.
We didn't think he could have survived.
Yeah.
But only because of Bubble CPAP, he's now with us. There is CPAP.
The question is, can the students do it?
We just observed, say, half an hour or 1 hour.
Their whole life, they've been successful, particularly at academic issues. They're used to the first shot being really pretty good. This process is foreign to most of them. One of the questions we ask is, describe a situation in which you took a leap of faith. We read that question pretty carefully, because that's really what we're asking people to do. We have a very strong learning by doing culture here, and we're just going to start doing.
The course, nicknamed Extreme, began in 2004. It focuses on designing extremely affordable products for people in poor communities. Jim Patel and his team teach a process of innovation called design thinking. It's a set of practices that encourages creativity and taking the point of view of the people who will use the products.
You see the assignment? You're going to build a freestanding structure to capture water coming from a simulated monsoon. And I'll point out...
In this exercise, teams get 72 hours and a $20 bill to see who can collect the most water in 5 minutes. It's the student's introduction to one of the course's key ideas. The best way to start designing is to make a prototype.
And the idea that you can knock together a sizable prototype with duct tape and string and sticks, they're going to learn something. In fact, this team right here is going to learn a lot about how heavy water actually is. And then they're going to learn something from each other.
Supports are good, we can adjust is good, cuts good. Where do we fail?
I feel so incompetent at making stuff. I'm really struggling with it. But I keep acknowledging that with my team, being like, I'm not good at this. My prototypes are lame.
You guys ready? All right, turn them on. Oh, a leak. Oh, no, we're a failure. Still, Doctor, you can fix it. 8 teams have built objects. All of them have failed in one way or another, some more spectacularly than others, because of things they didn't anticipate.
So we're giving you the KISS award. KISS stands for Keep It Simple, Stupid, for nice, elegance, and simplicity in your design.
But we tell them if we gave you another $20 and another 72 hours, you would knock this project out of the park. Okay, here we are. Once again, thank you.
Every year, the class partners with nonprofit organizations that seek to improve the lives of the poor.
There is no electricity. There's no pumped water. Diesel pumps are not...
Previous students have produced some extraordinary innovations at astonishingly low prices. In Myanmar, thousands of farmers have doubled their incomes with an irrigation pump that costs less than $25. In India, a $200 sleeping bag is now taking the place of a $20,000 incubator. And millions of children can now read at night thanks to a solar-powered lantern that costs less than $10. This year's students are working on 10 projects in 5 countries, including freshwater delivery in Indonesia and the IV medicine pump and bubble CPAP device in Bangladesh.
It's kind of dumb luck that I'm here and that millions of Bengalis around the world are less fortunate. Both of my father's parents and my mother's mother are all originally from what is today known as Bangladesh. I spoke Bengali incredibly well as a little girl. I was critically ill in India when I was 6 years old. That was a very traumatic experience for our family. I was surrounded by kids, some of them orphans. There were kids that had no one and were going to be there indefinitely. I ended up leaving all my toys with them. I felt really ashamed, actually, that I had so much and they had nothing.
Okay, everybody, listen up. Find your name on the table. If you haven't realized already, the name indicates your team. The country in the center of the table indicates the project you're going to work on.
Oh my gosh, I was just telling Robin, like, my family's like abandoned ancestral heritage is actually in Bangladesh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like neither of my parents have ever been, but
Did you prepare them that like you might be going?
I haven't told them anything. Because I'm like, you know what?
Before departing for their field research, each of the teams must come up with several crude prototypes.
So this is a vertical axis wind turbine. It captures wind by using drag.
So the first prototype we built was simply a balloon over a syringe, and it sort of works when I don't break it.
You can actually turn this device on, and this is why it's called a bubble CPAP device. It actually bubbles. And you can actually increase or decrease that. Oops.
This will be a real kind of epic personal journey for me. I feel like my life is about to change.
After weeks of preparation back home, the Bangladesh teams have just 8 days on the ground to talk to doctors, nurses, and patients.
I am a first-year MBA student at the business school.
Seth is working on the IV medicine infusion pump project with Chris.
I'm actually also a type 1 diabetic, so I have my own infusion pump. So this project is really kind of a personal thing for me. So.
Pam, Carrie, and Andy are designing a more affordable CPAP breathing device, while David is part of another team that is focused on the device's nose piece.
But we could still use it.
Watch, it's very fluid. It's not a gel.
It is the third time this baby got admitted, and he's on bubble CPAP for last 2 days. And we can see that he has saturation,
Yes.
heart rate, because when we stop giving oxygen, the babies become bradycardic.
Become what?
Bradycardic. His heart rate slows down. He should.
ICDDRB's innovative treatment is pumping both air and pure oxygen into Habib, giving him a fighting chance to stay alive. But for most babies here, the treatment is out of reach, unless the students can find a way to cut its cost.
Looks like he's getting saline, diarrhea treatment, saline, yeah. Oh, poor baby.
In another ward, Seth meets a mother whose child is being hooked up to an IV.
At least early on, I was less interested in figuring out the details of what we were going to do with our infusion pump than I was with meeting the people and trying to figure out what they were about, I guess, if that makes sense. I know it seems silly, right? Like, an infusion pump is a medical device. Like, you can put schematics up, but then you're not going to go through with figuring out the process to get it right if you don't care. Oh, there we go. It's feeling better. And so that early part was just developing the passion and the empathy.
One of the things that we thought would be fun would be
The teams ask the ICDDRB staff what they think of their prototypes.
The mothers seem pretty, I mean,
Yeah.
when we first saw the pictures of
Yeah.
bubble CPAP, it seemed very scary.
Yeah, scary.
But they actually seem,
Yeah.
do the parents or families respond negatively to the apparatus, or are they okay with it?
Actually, they yet not responded negatively, but it would be much more positive response.
So the idea, I guess, that we were thinking is you have a lot of patients in the short care area.
The students learn that to be affordable, any device they make has to be easily serviced with parts from Dhaka's medical supply market, which is nearby.
We're gonna try and get some time at a ward.
we are crossing the road.
How is the market organized?
No, there is no.
Is it just chaos? Yeah, okay.
That's chaos. It's open market.
Okay.
We were blacked out, and yes, the light is back on now, which is pretty awesome. Oh wait, did we speak too soon? No, light is back on.
For the pump and the syringe, do you have the tube and the needle and everything that goes in the arm? You have these here?
Seth has found a shop that sells very cheap IV tubes. But for ICDDRB's infusion pumps, they're useless.
None of those?
He learns that the only tubing that will fit the hospital's pumps is the overpriced kind made by the manufacturer.
What else can you show? What was so expensive about these pumps was not the pumps themselves, but buying the IV tubing sets. And so we would have to create something that worked with all tubing sets to really put a dent in this problem. Let's look around some more. All right, salam. I would describe myself as someone with a bit of an adventurous streak, someone who's interested in going to the places and doing the things that most people wouldn't want to. I was really lucky to be a platoon leader, and I had 65 guys over there. There was one set of missions where we were rolling over landmines and IEDs like twice a day for a period of several weeks. We did have wounded, we did give out Purple Hearts, but every single one of my guys came home, and I'm very proud of that. I had liked to think that I had seen a little bit in my time, but then to land in Dhaka was unlike anywhere I'd ever been. To see the human suffering on that epically huge scale, I mean, it was overwhelming. Very overwhelming. We were in the hospital, and you know, it was the second or third day, so everyone's stomachs are still adjusting, and we're all a little sleep deprived. I don't know a better way to put this, but just it got very, very real at one point in there.
আগে তিনটে ছেলে ছিল
মানে হওয়ার পরে 3 মাস 5 মাস এরকম বেঁচে
3 মাস 5 মাস
এরকম করে বেঁচে থাকি
বাবার কাছে অনেক সময় মার
হ্যাঁ
শান্তি বোধ করে এটাও একটা ব্যাপার
হ্যাঁ মার কাছে আরো শান্তি যখন গায়ের ঠিক পাশে হ্যাঁ
প্রিয় মা তারপরে এমনি একটু ওই যে পজিশন প্রাপ্ত হওয়াতে তার শাস্তি অনেক কষ্ট
I think it's really hard being here because you just, you know, there's no difference between the way that, like, I look and the way these moms look. They're basically the same. It's kind of totally random that I'm a Stanford student in California with every opportunity to treat my child, and she doesn't. I hate that. It just feels so unfair.
Several thousand miles away, 4 members of the Indonesia team, Rosaria, Darrell, John, and Andres, are on their way to Nusa Penida, an island where they've been told people suffer from a shortage of fresh water.
I mean, it looks quite lush, doesn't it? Doesn't look very dry.
The team has had very little contact with their Indonesian partner, Ibeka. All they really know is what was outlined on a 1-page description of the project.
The sheet explained that the water that they usually drank from was brackish, that they had a freshwater source that was many miles away in a cave, and that it was very difficult for them to get the water from that cave if they wanted fresh water.
Their Ibeka guides, Adi and Digda, have never been to the island, and they have just 6 days to figure out a plan.
We're off. You guys adventure begins.
Their first stop, Gayangan Cave, the source of fresh water that lies at the bottom of a 500-foot cliff. They've been told that villagers have to haul the water up by hand.
Careful. Don't depend on this rail. Which one's better? I have wanted to be an inventor since I was 9 years old. Flying cars and things like that. But over time, it became much more about creating products that mattered, I think, to other people as well. Oh my God. We are hanging over a cliff. I'm pretty intense, pretty focused. So going into anything, I'm always expecting it to work.
As the team descends, they notice something unexpected: a water pipe. And then, at the base of the cliff, a pumping station.
We were thinking maybe we'll use wind turbines and we'll mechanically pump water up, and when we got there, we realized that they have a diesel generator that's pumping water to these villages, you know, all the time.
Why do they take containers down here? Why not just get the water from up there?
mungkin dipakai sesuatu barangkali upacara
Usually they use it for the ceremonial where they're They only take the water directly from the source, not from the tank.
It turns out the only water the villagers haul manually is for religious ceremonies. The bulk of it is pumped. As the team travels from one village to another, they see more and more pipes and faucets, contradicting everything they've been told.
Oh, jadi Anda tinggal dekat tempat umum. Oke.
Itu nyala terus Bu air, Bu?
Iya.
Tiap hari?
Every day.
Everyone supposedly has a water issue, but we hadn't been able to find it.
Away we go.
The next day, the students continue along the route of the piping system and discover a point where it stops.
But this is the last faucet they install.
Beyond that, they find that people maintain an old tradition. They collect rainwater and store it in big underground tanks called chubongs. The problem is, it doesn't rain all year long.
Tapi di musim kering, semuanya ini kering juga.
We started to brainstorm, we started to come up with ideas, we started to lay out all the information that we gathered, to debrief together, to really understand the nature of the problem that they have. We realized it was a storage problem, it wasn't a collection problem, and so we came up with solutions around storage.
With just one day left, the team comes up with a way they think can expand people's water storage capacity and do it cheaply.
Cuma buat dari plastik. Dan ini masih buat dari semen. Jadi tidak bisa lihat plastiknya. Cuma ada plastik di bawah tanah. Dan ini lebih keras, tidak gampang pecah. Bagaimana?
Saya juga meragukannya. Saya juga ragu-ragu ya.
Juga apa?
Ya, menurut kami ini yang paling bagus.
Ini yang paling bagus. Tidak mau yang di plastik. He still doesn't want it.
Even if it's cheaper?
Kalau lebih murah, Bapak masih nggak mau.
Saya tahu barang yang lebih murah itu pasti mutunya jelek.
Tidak apa-apa kalau gitu.
Tidak apa-apa.
Oke. Masalahnya itu.
You know, there were different reactions on the island. Some of the people were saying that they absolutely wouldn't use something that's plastic. But the more general consensus was, if you build it and we can see that it doesn't leak, we can see that it lasts, we can see that the water isn't toxic, then we'll buy it.
Did you guys use the prototype?
Yeah. I'm like an animal. I'm like, the air feels so good.
As the teams head back to Stanford, they take with them more than just technical insights.
I would describe the impact that Halima and Habib had on me as the moment. The boundaries there just completely collapsed. It just fueled my motivation. I don't care if I'm hungry, sick, tired, lonely. I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna keep working.
And we're gonna dedicate the remainder of this course to designing a solution around this problem area.
Nobody's intestines are falling out now.
The students are all back for the second half of the class.
Welcome back. We are glad you are all here in one piece and happy. So that's
Now, the clock begins counting down. They've got just 10 weeks to design a product for their overseas partners.
It's not just, here's an idea, and then General Motors or Boeing's engineers will flesh it out. We gotta flesh it out, and we gotta finish it, and we gotta shrink wrap it, and we gotta deliver it.
Their first deadline, 3 weeks.
One of the hardest parts in any of these projects is getting started. The nice thing about deadlines is, nothing like a hanging to focus your attention.
Let's find a time where we can all meet.
When we went to the island, the team dynamic was amazing. There weren't any other distractions. There was no internet. There was no cell phone. So it was all geared towards this one mission.
What about any other time Thursday?
We got back, and everyone had their different priorities. Everyone had their different schedules.
But scheduling is only part of the problem the teams now face.
They come back with reams of notes and chips full of photos, and now, out of all the great things we could be working on, what are we gonna do?
For their first design review, they'll have to choose just one of the many ideas and prototypes they've developed.
Kill the laser.
You don't like lasers?
Gotta kill the laser.
No.
It's not being a team player.
Most teams proceed by consensus.
No, you win. You win. We're gonna go vertical. We've all worked very hard not to have a dominant force on the team in any way. I know that sounds impossible because pretty much every team you go into, someone sort of emerges, but it's sort of a group effort to move the chains forward.
My feeling would be to go with like that chart size and then do back calculation of like we would need these range statistics and there.
But making decisions this way can eat up time the teams will wish they had later on.
So it sounds like we need to start with the behaviors.
On the breathing device team, unlike the others, an early leader has emerged.
Let's start with the behavior.
We kind of joke that Pam's the mom of our group. Pam has this amazing ability to keep things rolling and keep us rolling towards our ultimate destination.
Oh, nice. Sam's the only one working.
All right.
On my wedding day, my dad described me to our entire guests as bossy and talkative. I think Andy, Carrie, and Karen ascribe a lot more credit to me than I deserve. I think it was just mainly finding the right configuration of people and circumstances to unlock what was already there.
Their first task is to explore cheap and simple ways to deliver a steady stream of air, something they'll have to demonstrate to the instructors.
3, 2, 1.
And blast off.
The World Health Organization estimates that approximately 6 million children in Bangladesh suffer from pneumonia each year.
The critical function is that we need to generate 10 or more liters per minute of continuous pressurized airflow that can last for something around 2 days straight.
One of the things that we realized from our trip to Bangladesh was just how difficult it is to get oxygen. Oxygen concentrators are very expensive and prone to breaking, and the cylinders are not only incredibly expensive, they're apparently a logistical nightmare. And so our breakthrough innovation in terms of understanding the science and building this device is that perhaps oxygen needs to be made optional. One of the things that we
The team has decided to build a device that does the job without oxygen, pumping only room air.
We ran 6 trials, 3 with 15-pound weights and 3 with 30-pound weights.
And what we found was that this little fan could inflate this 50-liter bag in about 45 seconds.
Thank you for presenting the videos. Bravo, that's fantastic. You've looked at time, you've looked at displacement, and the notion that you might not need oxygen, blows my mind. It never occurred to me that that might be an option. So I thought that was a stunning insight.
Well, it's 11, we should probably head over and get ready.
The infusion pump team, Matt, Kevin, Chris, and Seth, has also made a big design breakthrough.
What they need in Bangladesh is not necessarily a low-cost infusion pump, it's a low operating cost infusion pump. But one of the big problems for them is they spend so much money on these proprietary tubing sets. So a manufacturer sells an infusion pump to a hospital, they buy the infusion pump, and they have to use these specialized tubing sets with that pump.
I think the second big insight, which can't be, it sounds really simple but shouldn't be underestimated, is that you don't actually need a pump.
As we learn from spending our time in Bangladesh, the body will do most of the sucking in of the fluids. So it's just a question of, if 95% of the medications can be delivered with just gravity and the human body sucking it in.
We shouldn't really be called infusion pump team. We're actually the infusion regulator team.
Their concept of a pump-free device that will work with any make of tubing impresses the instructors. But their demonstration of it is less successful.
And the motor, unfortunately, we don't have a power source in this lab, so we're really looking at these power effective. Sure.
Demonstrate it.
Demonstrate through, same thing, and once it flips on, it actually starts to twist the tubing set, creating the kink in the line, and whether you do it soft or hard, it'll actually completely stop or regulate the flow.
So that's about it. If you guys have questions, we'd love to hear them. Feedback, please.
Thank you.
I wish the prototypes there had been a video, or you could put it in my lap and it would actually pump. I actually believe that they're going to work, but I wish that you had demonstrated that to me. And then I'm wondering if you can't combine.
He made a good point. Like, it'd be so much better if you could actually make this thing work. Like, it does. None of this stuff actually works in any way, and so I think.
Well, I mean, if we plug it up to the power source back in the room, it will. I think his point, he wanted to see it on video running.
No, but it doesn't. If we plug it.
Chris and I think about things totally differently. He's an engineer, I'm a business guy. I think this way, he thinks that way.
I'm sorry.
Early on it was fine, but you could, now looking back on it, I could see where the fault lines started to develop.
The chubongs are overflowing during the rainy season, and during the dry season, like I say, there's not enough. The solution
Since returning from Nusa Penida, the Indonesia team has scrapped the idea of putting a tank underground.
So our main solution is what we like to call the salchicha. Salchicha means sausage in Spanish.
So we thought about something like this, which already exists.
Now, to cut costs, they've switched to something that sits above ground.
And this, I'll just detach it so I can hold it up. Is actually the storage.
Do you feel like you can do it?
Yeah, I do.
You all seem remarkably calm, which is good. That was a good presentation. Thank you very much, and thank you for stirring that.
Before their next design review, each team must create full-scale prototypes that actually work. But already, the whole experience is making the students consider bigger questions.
We just had our design review this Wednesday, and it went really well. And I remember driving up to San Francisco that afternoon, just reflecting upon the day and realizing that I had accidentally created a startup.
Before the class started, Pam had agreed to work at an investment firm when she finished her MBA. Now, she is reconsidering.
When you're trying to design a medical device that treats infants that would otherwise not live, for me at least, it feels almost morally wrong to walk away.
That leaves you with 3.
What is 3?
3 is connecting.
Soon, she'll have to decide whether to change plans and pursue a startup.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's coming out.
Yeah, it goes out the other end, yeah.
I really want to do something that has a real impact. So that's where I am.
We want to be able to basically count drips, and so making a little optical sensor to try to count, detect when a drip passes.
To pay his tuition, Chris, the infusion team's sole engineer, works 20 hours a week as a teaching assistant. In his spare time, he makes parts for his team's infusion device. Doing away with the pump eliminated one problem, but introduced another. Now, to regulate the flow of medicine, they'll need a tube clamp and a drop counter.
How are we going to seal that?
Check it out. Boom. Counted. Yeah.
Nice.
Create all of that.
It's a little scary at the same time.
Is that how it was when you were
He got some pent-up aggression in his face.
Get out of my way.
You don't want to.
The Indonesia team is trying to turn the tabletop model into a full-scale prototype.
You ready, Daryl?
We thought we're gonna have a frame, basically, that supports a tarp. And it was just gonna funnel water into the bucket.
Stop, 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 stop.
It didn't work nearly as well as we thought it would.
Okay, so what do you want to do? We make this a natural termination of it, right?
But with another design review just around the corner, the team is still stuck on the tarp. They haven't even begun to figure out how to make a bag that would store enough water to get a Nusa Penida family through the dry season.
Some teams spurt ahead, some teams take a while and then catch up. They had a difficult problem. Okay. Bags that will store thousands of gallons of water, not going to find that at Walmart. We know that as we put the students in the course, there are going to be times when all the teams are struggling, and it's our responsibility to make sure that the whole thing doesn't fall apart.
For help, the instructors go so far as to bring in a psychologist, affectionately known as the D-Shrink. The hope is to get any personality issues blocking team progress out of the way.
This group takes a lot of weekend trips, and I felt that I've personally been prototyping a lot on weekends whenever other people have been gone.
Darrell, sometimes you're fast to shoot down some ideas.
I'm sorry,
Which might be
I just wrote, are you too busy for this class? And you come in, you're on your phone.
Yeah, I guess I just wish sometimes you'd get mad if you're really mad, and then we can talk through it and try to figure it out.
I wish I had more faith that we're going to succeed. I'm pretty convinced that we're not going to do anything great. We're just going to have a prototype, and that's it.
Everybody, so come on up. We got enough chairs.
To remind the students what they might accomplish, Patel invites some alumni to share their stories.
This is their chance to offer you some advice from their experience.
One of them is Jane Chen.
It's awesome. The product's out there now. A couple days ago, we had a 2-pound baby in the device.
She is behind one of the most successful projects to come out of the class, a startup called Embrace. But it didn't happen overnight.
We really thought that we could get the product out in 3 months. It's in all our business plans. And now it's 3 years later, and we just got the product out. So if you want to do this, be ready to be in it for the long haul, because it takes a lot of time.
With their final presentation just 2 weeks away, the teams gear up for a dress rehearsal. They'll need to present the instructors with a functioning device and a clear business plan.
And I mean, if you give me a ton of data, I will run a regression on it.
But some teams still haven't hit their stride.
Drip Care? Didn't we say Drip Care is a product already? And trademarked?
Problems.
Many problems.
I suppose we start thinking of different solutions to this.
And my seated team is where? The watching team.
Carrie's going to walk through the specifics of how Inspire works.
The main element of Inspire is this diaphragm pump that runs off of a battery, a rechargeable battery, into the bubble.
The Inspire team was starting to design a pump from scratch. And then they got lucky.
This is the same technology used in aquarium pumps. And we know that aquarium pumps are designed to run 24/7 for a number of years. So this is very durable technology.
Aquarium pumps, well, down the street, we can get them at a pet shop.
This simple insight has saved Pam's team weeks, if not months, of work.
At $24, Inspire is the first low-cost CPAP device, allowing the doctor to customize the treatment as is necessary.
Ultimately, that will lead us to a non-human biological or animal testing and a randomized clinical trial. So thank you. And check out our website.
We're really close. We're really close.
I guess
It's just presentation now.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I think we're really running for how are we going to move this forward, past the class, right? So, I mean, it's not even about
Encouraged by their momentum, Pam and her teammates decide to work on Inspire full-time through the summer.
It's not just a startup. It's like a whole different philosophy of rural healthcare for a leading baby killer.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
We have a couple just examples of what a simple interface might look like. Stripping it down to just the bare essential
features. So we're going to show you a quick video of how this thing actually works. Technical difficulties, bear with us. Okay, so it's, I think, actually really difficult to see with the light here, but what's happening is the device counts drops with the optical sensor, and we'll zoom in a second, and you will actually see the drops start, maybe. But you can see the motor's turning, the tube gets clamped, and the motor stops.
While the Infusion team presents a business plan that's persuasive, their device still is not.
And the other thing I want to see is I want to see the rate of change. So I want to see drops going by about like this or like this, whatever. And then
What's missing from their prototype are the electronics or intelligence that make all the parts work together.
We were calling it like the bimbo pump, right? Looked great, felt great, didn't do anything, didn't work, had no intelligence. That was distressing. I mean, it was embarrassing, and it just wasn't where we wanted to be that close to the end.
I gotta go.
Someday, yeah. Whoa, it's getting personal.
How about this idea? What if you just cut off the bottom of the bucket? Just a straight cut right here, and then turn it upside down so this part is on the inside.
What do you think about that? I like that. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Okay.
I just wonder, is this going to be hidden inside the box entirely so that users aren't going to see it? Right. This is what we're.
I'm saying design it.
Right. So I think we need to.
Like we haven't designed it yet.
Yeah, I think we need
so
to.
It can be whatever we want it to be.
So here's the thing. I don't think there's much point designing.
I
You're
think you
building a
can.
house. No. Just listen to. Let me finish. Right. Yeah. So what I'm saying.
Having finished with the rest of the presentation, Chris's teammates try to help with the device itself.
Yeah, let's not build them in isolation, right? Doesn't match
I'm not
up
talking
with
about
this.
building it, but let's. You guys can start on the design of it.
Yeah. I mean.
But with Chris making all the engineering decisions, there's little they can do to speed things up.
Maybe it is this, and maybe it's just. It's not that I have to have control over it. It's just I've set a certain bar for our team, and I think we all have, and to meet those expectations, that's the most important thing. I don't care who does it. It doesn't have to be me. I just, if somebody doesn't have the skills to do something to that level of quality, then they shouldn't do it.
With just 4 days until their deadline, Seth decides to intervene.
I basically just said I'm not doing my job. I'm not doing what I came here to do. So you go back into platoon leader mode, right?
To allow Chris to focus on the electronics of the device, the others take over work on its housing with the help of TAs in the lab.
It'll want to cut fast.
The issue is trust and control, and I think it was hard to push Chris a little bit and say that he's gonna have to let some of this go, and we're gonna prove that we can take this piece and get it done. It was just time to say, we are building this now.
That's cool.
3 days later, Seth, Matt, and Kevin have finished the housing.
Time is 1,136 hours. That means approximately 48 hours till go time.
Put it in and
Now they wait for Chris to bring the rest of the parts.
Do it right.
He's been given a 1 o'clock deadline.
And we kind of want to start testing this as soon as we can.
Yeah.
When we go over there, can we drill those in?
He's going home
Why?
to get his car.
Why does he need his car?
I don't know.
Doesn't make
He
any
needs to
sense.
shower and he's gonna go home.
We all, no, okay.
We just need to. I just want to test it.
Yeah.
We need to prove it works tonight. So let's set a time and meet. That's cool.
What is going on here? This was going to be the final push. Like, we were going to assemble it one way or another and be done with it. And to get there and not have him be there was There's no way to just, like, at this moment I was feeling rage, and then at this moment I was feeling, fear, and then at this moment it was rage and fear inflicted upon him, and that, I don't remember. It just was like this blur.
Rather than wait, Seth and Matt tracked down Chris to wrap things up.
Everything as it should be.
What? Why'd you cut off the leads to the LEDs?
Because they're stupid and I hate them.
What are these?
Those are screws I put in them.
Those aren't the right screws.
You start doing that and start
Drilling
holes in this.
Start drilling holes in that.
I'm gonna be here late enough. I'll drill holes on my own time.
No, we don't want to be here late.
Yeah,
You guys can leave.
No,
we're gonna finish this.
We want to finish this guy. Is this stuff that we can help with?
Probably not.
Really want to just see this thing working, because otherwise we're in some serious panic.
Yeah.
Right?
It works outside of the case.
Yeah,
That's
but here's
why we gotta see it.
the main uncertainty for me is we take this out and we put it in here.
It doesn't
and
work.
It makes me nervous.
It might not work. I don't know. That's
So-
why.
so
that's
what-
why this part's gonna take me a while. Putting everything in there nicely and making sure it works. And I want to eat some dinner pretty soon.
All right, so it makes me nervous to wait till tomorrow, but if that's like, what do you think?
I think it's a terrible idea. I think we should finish it tonight.
Yeah, my relationship with Seth was, you could call it complex, you could call it love-hate. I definitely got frustrated with him.
I just don't know what happened. Every day I woke up thinking, this is the day, like this is the last piece, we have plenty of time, we're gonna do fine. And then every day the sun went down and we hadn't made any movement.
The next morning, Seth arrives to find the device still has not been tested. He learns that instead, Chris spent part of the night redoing the housing Seth and the others had made.
We need to test it in the housing, in all of its components tied together for the first time. And now, I mean, it should work. We just gotta see it.
Okay, you can actually see the light toggle when I drip.
Right?
Chris has one last chance to deliver.
Well, now let's find out if it works.
If it doesn't, Seth has lined up other engineers to take over.
Have you already started it up?
It's dripping.
All right, sweetie, we need this.
It should start humming right away.
Here we go. Number
And now it's
flowing.
humming, but it's not doing anything. So what that means,
It's talking.
what that means is there's probably some loose wires.
You're doing good, man. Just keep going.
Nope.
So I was thinking, man, like, if you talk to some other dudes or get some background, second opinion, like, you let me know. Maybe we'll grab some peeps.
So there's no signal here. Coming up to the deadline, I'd say I felt like I was being pushed right up to my limits. Damn it. This is so frustrating. Piece of fire. This thing is not making contact with this piece of shit. Can we get Allen wrenches?
Yeah. Where'd that red guy?
I'm so done with this.
What it came down to was, by the end, just sitting there with Chris and just being there. If he needed something, we went and got it. If he, whatever, we just were there.
Yes! Except it's backwards.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Are we happy or unhappy?
298. Oh my God.
Wait.
What's been going on?
I don't know. I don't know if we're happy or unhappy. I heard, but it's like, yes, but it's backwards?
It's working, which is awesome. The problem was a broken chip or something wrong with this chip.
Okay. Then all of a sudden he ran the right wires and it worked. And I just don't know why. It's magic to me, right? So, there it goes. It's doing it. I don't even know what to do at this moment. That it actually, I mean,
I would kiss me.
I would. Are you?
Good work, man.
Dude, good job, man. Good job.
That's awesome.
It works. It works.
Just in time.
Yeah, we just want to clean it up a little bit because it's a little dirty here.
In the last 2 weeks, Pam and her team have streamlined their prototype and polish their presentation.
Without oxygen, there's no treatment. Or is there? Introducing Inspire, a low-cost breathing assist device.
I think we probably made it look easier than it was. I think there were a lot of moments where we were tearing our hair out and wanting to throttle each other for a whole host of reasons. But, you know, it's just one step in a long journey.
The Indonesia team has pulled together too.
The FlexiTanki is an all-in-one solution. It includes rainwater catchment as well as storage. Easily removed.
I think we've created something that is the start of a really good solution. So on the rollout plan, I don't know that I would consider what I've done to have changed the world, but I would like to continue to strive towards that. That will always be my goal.
Good job, man. It's a long time coming. So I'd like to take you through a little demonstration of our device in action.
I get into these moments where I'm, you know, I don't want to explore and debate and go back and forth anymore. I want to just identify our solution and go. But maybe within the design team, the process needs people like me, but then it also needs people like Chris who are constantly going back and looking over again. So I have a new respect for a different way of looking at teamwork and solving problems.
There, young man.
So by the power invested in us by other wayward thinkers and doers, we now pronounce you to be design thinkers and members of the extreme affordability family. Go forth and innovate, be human-centered, prototype-driven, and mindful of your process.
You guys think any of these are like gonna make it? Any of these like, are there other ideas that this might make it?
We proved that this idea works, and we made a really nice prototype and a great presentation and a fantastic business plan. But then, I mean, we literally have not helped person one yet. The concept works great, and it could be a huge game changer, but are we gonna be able to get it to market? That's where the real next couple of years of work come in, and that's where it's hazier and harder.
I'm Pradeep.
The breathing device students return to Bangladesh to show hospital staff their working prototypes and get a warm reception.
It's a really nice system that we have thought out. I hope you continue working on this line.
Yes, yes.
We are waiting for exciting developments.
You would think that my reaction would be like joy and excitement and hooray, we did it. I think it was the exact opposite. Like, oh, we have to do so many things to our prototype. It's gonna take so long. My team and I have had good conversations, and the reality is that none of us really feel like we can drive this full time.
That looks good. That looks good.
Only a small fraction of first-time entrepreneurs actually succeed. But of the 70 projects done so far by Extreme teams, 1/3 are still alive, many in the hands of partners.
And so we're in the process of trying to find a strategic partner to effectively hand off the technology to, so that they can continue to drive the innovation forward.
I have not stopped talking. A guy from Walmart, you know, that was really interesting, yeah.
It's not just about startups. The Inspire team made a tough decision, but ultimately everything they achieved will go to somebody else who's in a better position to take it forward, and babies with pneumonia will survive without damage. I want students to come out of here with the attitude that they can get dropped down into a messy, often heart-rendingly difficult situation, and they can figure out a way to make it better. And they can do that on demand.
Major funding for this program was provided by
SAP, driven by belief in the power of technology to connect, amplify, and improve people's lives and businesses. SAP is proud to support Extreme by Design, showing how design thinking can unleash our creativity to get there.
Additional funding was provided by and others. A complete list is available from PBS. To learn more about design thinking and how you can join thousands of others who are using it to create and innovate, visit us at pbs.org.